Hi, this is Sadie Lamanna. I'm sitting down with Brian Marshburn of Artific Games. So we're just going to ask him a couple questions today just about his experience in the small business field in Jacksonville, Florida. And first off, just what did you do prior to working with Artific Games?
Before getting into gaming, I was a .NET developer for mostly internal-facing applications, web applications like ERP and CRM system.
Wow, so
Yeah,
really
it's a big
intense.
jump.
Yeah, this is a big leap from going from that to a video game company.
The code's the same.
Yeah, true. And also, so tell us a little bit about Artific Games. Just a little background.
Yeah, so we started off making games for portable devices like tablets and low-end laptops. We're still going to be doing that, but since we've come to Ken here, we've refocused our efforts on building game content. Our idea is if we can make one game, that's great, but if we can help 100 people make 100 games, that's a lot better.
That's awesome. So working with Kin, as we know, they funded or creator of the One Spark Festival was Elton, and he's working with Kin right now, collaborating.
Yeah, it's actually several people that set up OneSpark have come over here to Ken to create this small business accelerator. It's a relationship-based accelerator, and it's designed to give us good quality mentorship and manage risk. The goal of the program really is, 8 or 9 out of every 10 startups fail. And what they want to do here is just turn that upside down. They want to invert it so that 8 or 9 out of every 10 that come out of the Kin program succeed and they're sustainable over the long term.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So being based in Jacksonville, do you have any perks or is there any drawbacks to being based in Jacksonville doing this small business startup, or do you know any people who are doing small businesses here who have thrived for any certain reason?
Sure. No, I think it's an excellent time to be a startup in Jacksonville, and particularly for us in game development. You know, it's daft that Jacksonville doesn't have a strong game development ecosystem. We've got SCAD 2 hours to the north. We've got Full Sail 2 hours to the south. We've got some great schools here in town, and these graduates are forced to go off to the West Coast or up north. It's just silly. It's foolish that we don't have
something down.
Let me not say foolish, but it defies logic
Yeah.
that we don't have a stronger game development program here.
Because the downtown area is so large, and I feel like they focus much on a more business side, and then nursing is also known in Jacksonville. But do you think that there are any examples of small businesses that you guys kind of look for towards guidance, or how they started up their business and were successful, or is Kin really just doing that, helping you guys with the?
Yeah, I would say that
Startup.
before OneSpark happened, no, I really wasn't familiar with a lot of small business at all here in Jacksonville. I met a couple friends that worked at CoWorks, but at OneSpark, we had this great outpouring of creativity, and we ran into other people even in games that we would not have otherwise met. We met the guys from GAM that do game events here in town. You probably saw their booth. It looked like a big Nintendo. We also met the guys from Invert Games, which is another game studio coming up here in Jacksonville that we probably wouldn't have met otherwise. So, no, it's really just through OneSpark and through our participation in Kin here that we've really been put in touch with a lot of other startups.
Yeah, so One Spark was really influential for Jacksonville, Florida. Do you think that this will draw attention to Jacksonville? You think?
Well, I think it already has.
Yeah, already has.
Yeah, I mean, we had people from, trying to remember all the places people came from to stop by our booth. We had people from Canada, people from Michigan, people from California, people from New York stopping by the booth. So I think even in the first year it was drawing a larger audience. I think next year is only going to be bigger. They're gearing up for next April.
Yeah.
I think it has the potential to be a real world business festival.
Yeah. So what attracted you to the small business side of working?
Oh, I've wanted to run my own business for a while. I mean, this has been kind of a dream, and you have to wait till the right time.
For sure.
Make sure it fits in with your family life and that sort of thing. So when we moved to Jacksonville, it was about 2 years ago, and it was just the right moment. So, and then I happened to meet a business partner, Mike Mana, who you know.
Yes.
I don't know if you want.
I do know.
Name dropping. I met him about a year and a half ago, and things just clicked. He's got the same passions that I've got, the same business mentality, customer-focused mentality. So, we're going to make a run at it.
So you think there's a large following for video game development in the future in Jacksonville? Or,
I think it's inevitable. I think it's inevitable for 2 reasons. One, like I said, we have the educational facilities here, and it just makes sense for people who've grown up in Florida and trained in Florida to stay in Florida. And the other thing is just economics. The cost of living here is so much better than it is out in San Francisco or Seattle.
Definitely.
We talk to people that want to come out east just because of the cost of living in the Bay Area,
Yeah.
and they don't have an option to right now. So yeah, I think it's inevitable. I think the games industry too is becoming more diffuse, right? As the tools get less and less expensive and the barriers to entry decrease, more and more people can work from just about anywhere. So we know people working in Colorado and Saskatchewan and Texas and Missouri and places that you don't really think of being big game developer centers.
So do you have any advice for any startup games in Jacksonville or in the video game development world that you would like to bestow upon them?
Yeah, so anybody working in games in Jacksonville, the first thing I'd say is let us know what you're doing. Hit our website, artificgames.com, and just like us on Facebook and let us know what you're up to, because our job is to help you make games. So please let us know when you need help. We want to build tools that are good for you. In terms of advice, I'd say have a plan, but don't obsess on it. Take the time to figure out who your customers are. Take the time to figure out how you're going to sell your game, but then get to work. I think it's so easy to get wrapped up in design and not actually get a product out. So.
Yeah.
And then third advice, stick to it. Once you have that first level built, that's when it gets hard. so just stick in.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Brian, for sitting down with us today, and we look forward to seeing the progress of Artific Games in the future.
Thanks.
Thank you.